And listen to what verse 38 says. It says, Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and they said to him, listen to this, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Oh, don't you care if we drown? Listen to the tone of this man. Isn't Jesus not the one who said to us, we cross over to the other side? Is not Jesus with us in the boat? And so if we are following Jesus' instructions, if Jesus is with us, then why on earth are we going through what we are going through? Why is it that we are in the middle of this mess and this chaos? Somebody explained it to me like a 2-year-old, because I'm doing the math and the numbers don't add up. You know, when trouble comes, when disaster hits us, this is the times when we begin to doubt Jesus. Following Jesus' instructions does not exempt us from storms. Problems are not always an indication that you are on the wrong path. Of course, unless you are Jonah, sometimes God does permit storms and problems and disasters to come our way to accomplish his own purposes. Following Jesus' instructions does not always exempt us from storms. And then the second one is, sailing in the same boat with Jesus does not exempt us from storms. Friends, Jesus is not a storm insurance policy. I hope that's not all you were looking for when you came to Jesus. Some kind of insurance cover against pain and suffering. I hope Jesus means much more to you than a storm insurance cover. Listen to a man called F.B. Myers, who was a preacher of a long time ago. He says, how often God takes away our consolations that we might only love him for himself. Oh, how often God takes away our consolation sometimes so that we can love him for himself. And I hope that you love him beyond the gifts that he gives us, which include peace and security. And we would rather be with Christ in the storm, in the rough seas, than be by ourselves in that cozy beach in fair weather. We know that sailing in the same boat with Jesus does not exempt us from the storms. We do not have the false expectations of living our best life now. We have a hope that extends beyond this life, and we know that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. We see this in Romans chapter 8, verse 18. And that's where Paul will say the very same things, that our light and momentary afflictions are preparing for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Oh, Jesus is enough for us. And so the repercussions of COVID-19, our loss of income, the stress, the social disruption, this is not evidence that Christ is useless to us. If anything, it confirms what Christ already told us, which is, in this world, you will face many troubles, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.